Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
If you're a fan of eerie tales, then you need to watch this. From ghostly whispers in Charleston's alleys to the elusive lizard man of Scape or Swamp, we uncover the creepiest myths and legends of South Carolina. Subscribe now and explore the secrets that lie beneath.
In the heart of South Carolina lies the Columbia Metropolitan Airport, a gateway for travelers and, as it turned out, the center of a shocking drug trafficking conspiracy. This is the story of how a street gang in Columbia would rise to power and form an operation all the way from the West Coast to the East. In March of 2018, the Pade family were identified by South Carolina's state grand jury, Attorney General Alan Wilson, and the Richland County Sheriff's Department as a dangerous gang operating a long-running drug trafficking conspiracy, bringing in more than 100 pounds of marijuana a time into Lexington and Richland counties, primarily via Columbia Metropolitan Airport from May 2014 through March 2017. The investigation ramped up following a Gangland-style murder at Club Reveal on Two Notch Road in March 2017. During the early morning hours on March 22nd, 24-year-old man Pierre Wilson was gunned down by 6 masked individuals. Sheriff Leon Lott described the murder as one of the most vicious ambushes he has ever seen in the city. The alleged Pade family leader and suspected mastermind, Barry Donnell Reed Jr., was charged in that case and subsequently included in the wider indictments. In March 2018, a statewide grand jury returned indictments against 15 individuals alleged to be part of the Pade family. Names include Barry Reed Jr., his mother, Sharon Telford, Anthony Brevard, Van Buren IV, Roscoe Holmes III, among others. The total group consisted of 15 defendants. Other names include Corey Kamani Sanders, Jason Tremaine Spann, Calvin William Rockmore, Derek Joseph Benders, Cedric Montrell Ward, Xavier Darrell Code, Jessica Victoria Walker, Labrenzo Antoine Risch, Derek Devontae Randolph, and Marquise Juwan Watkins Jr. Each defendant was indicted for trafficking 100 pounds or more of marijuana, which under South Carolina law carries a mandatory 25 years in prison and a $25,000 fine if convicted. Barry Reed Jr. and his mother Sharon Telford were also charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering via a business front called Family Trucking LLC. Reed faced multiple counts of money laundering and distribution charges. Telford also faced multiple counts. Anthony Brevard was charged not only with trafficking and distribution, but also with possession of firearms during a violent crime, facing counts for carrying 3 separate handguns. Roscoe Holmes was also subsequently charged for an unrelated 2016 shooting of a cab driver. The charge was for killing Michael McMillian on Double Branch Road. The indictment suggests that much of the marijuana trafficked into South Carolina originated with Cedric Montrell Ward, an active duty service member stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington State. From there, shipments were funneled into Lexington and Richland counties via the Columbia Airport. Highly concentrated marijuana was bundled and packaged into quadruple vacuum sealed packages to retain and hide the smell during transport. On one of the later trips, a package was punctured, allowing the pungent aroma to escape and alert airport security. At the time, no one was charged, but the information was added to the investigations. Attorney General Wilson called it an armed gang with a long-running conspiracy, bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars in illicit proceeds. Officials thanked the state grand jury, DEA task force, SLED, and local county sheriffs for their cooperation. As of the status of indictments, the investigation was ongoing and the defendants were considered armed and dangerous. The community was urged to contact law enforcement with any information. In 2021, reports on the murder case noted that Reed's attorney, Dick Harpootlian, said a plea deal was offered, and ballistics tests implicated another individual as the shooter. Reed was able to free himself from serious charges such as murder, however, still remained charged in the major drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy cases. The Paid Family was a localized armed gang operating from at least 2014 to 2017, trafficking hundreds of pounds of marijuana through the Columbia Airport, laundering money via a family-linked business, and allegedly armed with multiple firearms. Authorities moved in with a multi-agency effort, indicting 15 individuals in 2018, signaling a major blow to drug trafficking operations in the Midlands region. The Paid Family case illustrates how coordinated work among state and local agencies can dismantle entrenched criminal networks, but also it shows how swiftly the streets can be overtaken. Like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of major regional crime investigations coming in the future. We have a lot more planned.
If you don't like the dark but still crave a thrill, then delve into South Carolina's eerie past with us. Subscribe to South Carolina Secrets and uncover the legends lurking in the night. Have a story that chills you to the bone. Comment below with your haunting tales and what secrets we should unveil next, if you dare.